Prabhus. It is
Hare
indeed
Krishna, Danvat Pranam, Mataji.
Dandavad Pranam, Premamai Mataji. So, Hare Krishna, all devotees, it is indeed my fortune and honor to be with all of you on this blissful Sunday morning. It's a very special day. Let us begin by offering our respectful obeisances to the presiding deities of our temple, ISKCON Sheshadripuram, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai. So, we have almost finished going through this wonderful conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. In fact, Krishna has already spoken the Bhagavad Gita, and he spoke about those who share this knowledge with others, right? Last week, just a few shlokas ago, you would have heard about the position of those who share this knowledge with others. What is their position? What does Krishna say of them? Who can tell me?
Hare Krishna Mataji. They are very dear to Krishna, who spread this knowledge to everybody else.
Yes, thank you very much, Manisha Mataji. They are very dear to Krishna. Okay, Krishna says that those who share this knowledge to others are very dear to me. And then after that, Krishna also said that one who studies this wonderful conversation actually worships me with his or her intelligence. So, such a wonderful statement. And now, what is Lord Krishna going to speak about? Okay, those people who are not very much interested to go deep into the Bhagavad Gita, but happen to hear the Gita, what happens to them? This is given in shloka number 71. So, let us take a look at the verse. Before that, let us invoke auspiciousness by chanting the Mangala Charan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, sloka number 71. Shraddhavananasuyascha Shrunuyadapi yo naraha Soapi mukta shubhalokan prapnuyat punyakarmanam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And one who listens with faith and without envy becomes free from sinful reactions and attains to the auspicious planets where the pious dwell. Okay. So, like we said earlier, this verse describes what happens to those who simply happen to hear, even if without faith. Okay, even if without faith, what happens to those who happen to hear? If we remember in shloka number 67, okay, Krishna speaks about a list of people to whom this knowledge should not be given to. Okay, whom this knowledge should not be given to. One who has no faith, different things, one who is different descriptions the Lord gives. Okay, so now say we are holding a program and we are inviting many people to our classes, And there are so many people who come. Okay. For example, one category whom Krishna describes in sloka number 67 is this knowledge should be given to the non envious. Okay. But when we invite a mass group of people to our classes, we do not know. Are we asking, if you are not envious, put up your hand. Oh, you're envious, please leave. I can't give this knowledge to you. No, we don't do that, right? Different varieties of people attend the class. So Krishna may have said 4 shlokas ago that this knowledge should not be given to certain categories of people. But again, the Lord is all encompassing and merciful. Here he says that let them come, let everyone come. Distribute this knowledge to as many people as you can. And all those who come, even if they may not fully be accepting or fully be attentive, but if they have some little faith, just a little faith, and if they are ready to accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For such people, when they come and hear, this wonderful thing will happen to them. What happens to them? Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. It is explained here that although not everyone is a devotee, still there are many men who are not envious of Krishna. They have faith in him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If such persons hear from a bona fide devotee about the Lord, the result is that they become at once free from all sinful reactions, and after that attain to the planetary system where all righteous people are situated. Okay, so simply by casually hearing, and if we have some faith, if we accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and if we casually hear this Bhagavad Gita from a bona fide devotee, we can become free from all sinful reactions. Okay, and go to the higher planetary system. So if someone comes and they may not yet have full faith, but they have a little faith, and they are not eligible to go back to Godhead, they may not even be aspiring to go back to Godhead because they don't know anything yet about the spiritual world, but they will at least get a very good destination by hearing Bhagavad Gita. This shloka is the proof of that, which is why we should invite as many people as possible to come and attend our programs and hear our classes. Okay, Srila Prabhupada writes, therefore, simply by hearing Bhagavad Gita, even a person who does not try to be a pure devotee attains the results of righteous activities. What to speak of those who try? Thus, a pure devotee of the Lord gives everyone a chance to become free from all sinful reactions and to become a devotee of the Lord. So, in the Vedic times, people would not be interested to enjoy much in this world. They would do a lot of yajna to attain the higher planetary systems, Ashwamedha yajna, different sorts of fire sacrifices. Okay, because actual material enjoyment is actually there in the higher planetary systems. We think this material world is full of enjoyment. Actually, the enjoyment which is here is not even 1% of what you can enjoy if you go to the higher planetary systems. Okay, so people would aspire to go there, and they would prepare themselves by performing many yajnas. Now, these rituals have to be performed as prescribed in the Vedas, and they are not easy to perform. So much of money has to be invested, so much of manpower. Pure Brahmanas are needed who can perform these detailed rituals. In the current day and age, how can we find such priests to do this? They are almost extinct. And even if we do we have sufficient money and resources to do that? Do we have enough time? Okay, but just by hearing the Gita with faith, by being non envious of Krishna, a person can attain the same result as those who are attaining by performing all these fire sacrifices. That is the glory of just casually hearing this Bhagavad Gita. Okay, So, generally, Prabhupada writes again in the purport, generally, those who are free from sinful reactions, those who are righteous, very easily take to Krishna consciousness. And assume the person goes a bit deeper. Okay, he hears, he becomes free from sinful reactions, and then he goes a bit deeper, he starts developing more faith, he's also in touch with the devotee, and by the mercy of the devotee and mercy of the Lord, what will happen? He can take to pure devotional service, and then he will get information about the spiritual world, and then he will start aspiring to go to the spiritual world. As soon as he aspires to go to the spiritual world, he will read this Bhagavad Gita with full faith, in association with a pure devotee, and then he will get the ultimate goal. He will be able to go back home, back to Godhead. So this is not an ordinary thing, to get this desire to go back home, back to Godhead, and obtain Krishna. This is an extraordinary desire that very few selected souls have. In fact, it has been bestowed to them by the pure devotees and the Lord Himself. This desire, if you have this desire, to sincerely have this desire to go back to Godhead, it is actually a very rare thing. How many people out there in the street have it? No. Okay, and just think, just by hearing the Gita, this has all happened to us, and this will happen to those who start by hearing casually but end up hearing with full faith from a bona fide devotee. So, whoever we are, dear Prabhus and Matajis, this is our takeaway today. Whoever we are, we have to preach the message of the Gita. We have to find out people who are pious, who are non envious, and we have to speak to them. This is our duty and responsibility as students of Gita Gyan, to distribute this knowledge as far and wide as we can. We cannot just keep it to ourselves. Okay, we have heard that we can become very dear if we distribute this. We can personally experience how, when we give this to others, we go deep in our own Krishna consciousness, or in the advancement on this wonderful path of devotional service. We go deeper. So it's very important to preach. Every individual should preach according to one's own capacity. Our spiritual master, His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj says, each one teach one. Everyone should preach. If we have been hearing this Bhagavad Gita for about 1 year, we can preach to someone who's 1 day old. If we are 1 month old, we can still preach to someone who is 1 day old. So everyone should preach, whatever we know. Okay, how do we preach? Either by speaking whatever you've learned, or by distributing this Bhagavad Gita. That is easy, right? We can distribute this Bhagavad Gita. We can gift this Bhagavad Gita. We have to do something by which people will get this knowledge of the Gita. Okay, let us target that if not every day, at least once a week, let me do something. Okay, to share this knowledge. Let me gift this to someone, or let me call one of my friends and relatives and speak about this wonderful Bhagavad Gita to someone at least once a week, twice a week. Let me make it a point to share this wonderful conversation. Okay, this wonderful gift that I have received, let me share it with as many people as I can. So, after speaking about all this, okay, Lord Krishna says, those who study will be very dear to me. Those who study with his intelligence is actually worshipping me with his intelligence. And now, by hearing Bhagavad Gita, Krishna now is going to make a very important point. Okay? In fact, he is going to ask a question. What is he going to ask Arjuna? Let us take a look tomorrow. Tomorrow's speaker will enlighten you on this. So I thank you all very much for joining us today. Those of you who are in Bangalore, please do join us at our temple, ISKCON Sheshadripuram. All of us have been looking forward very much to this day. We have His Holiness Indradyumna Swami Maharaj. So Maharaj is an amazing speaker, and his kirtans are simply extraordinarily out of this world. We are extremely fortunate to have Maharaj's association. If you Google the ISKCON Polish tour, you can do that this morning. You will see Maharaj and how he organizes this wonderful festival of India in Poland. In Poland every year. It's simply wonderful. Thousands, lakhs and lakhs of people attend, and they come in contact with Krishna consciousness through Maharaj's mercy. We are extremely fortunate to have Maharaj right here in Bangalore, staying in our temple. And today we will be part of that wonderful exhibition of ecstasy. We'll get to experience Maharaj's Kirtan and Katha about Sri Vrindavan Dham. So please do not miss, for those of you who are in Bangalore. For those of you who are not, I think Sri Hari Prabhu will try to share the link with you in the group if the class is live streamed. So please do join us. So thank you all very, very much. We hope you have a blissful Krishna conscious day ahead. And please do share this Bhagavad Gita with as many people as you can. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Sri Hari Sridhar Prabhu, for giving me this opportunity of sharing this Bhagavad Gita with all of you today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. What
Hare
is the
Krishna,
time?
Mataji. Dandavat
What
pranam.
is
Hare
the time
Krishna
for the
to all
lectures,
your
Mataji?
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj's Kirtan will start at 10:30, Mataji, and the
Okay.
lecture at 11:30. So there will be Kirtan, a lecture, and then Kirtan again.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you
Thank you,
all.
Mataji.